What's up guys, Tate Morgan, Gamma 500 Garage. I've got Charles Buckshot Brazier helping me out today. Charles, say hi.
Hey everybody.
We've got my sister's 2001 Toyota Land Cruiser. These rigs are awesome. Yes, it's not a $500 car, but this thing's got about 200,000 miles on it. It has seen some wear. So, and it's actually the original shock absorbers on it. Jumped on autopartswarehouse.com the other day and ordered up some Rancho RS9000XL. These things are beefy. Super heavy duty. Actually just got on my phone, ordered them 3 days ago. They showed up here at the shop, ready to install. We're gonna put this thing on the lift and see how she does. The website makes it quick and easy to find whatever you need, wherever you are. Wheels and tires off, cruiser's up in the air. Go ahead and spray in the bolts with a little penetrating oil and get things soaking so we can start pulling off the old shocks. And we're also going to get on there and re-index the torsion bar to get a little bit of lift in the front. It's a little stiffer, but with these adjustable shocks, we're going to be able to kind of adjust the dampening to give it that ride that she wants. All right, so these have a hoop on the bottom and a post up top. So I've already soaked these a bit. We'll go ahead and remove the bottom that retains the shock. So swapping out shocks is traditionally a pretty simple task, but it gets a little bit tougher when you kind of have hard to reach areas. When you use these post designs, you got to stick your hand up there and tools up there and get some leverage on it, and it gets a little tougher. It gets especially tough when you've got about 200,000 miles on the original equipment and they're just been rusty, it's been on there forever. So we sprayed with penetrating oil, but we ran into a few issues even with that, and so we had to get creative. And we really introduced my more kind of increasingly favorite automotive tools, the plumbing wrench. So for the front, so you can see these things are super nasty and corroded. This top little housing on the shock rotates with this bolt up top. So basically, if I'm able to lash this onto the shock body, then I can get my wrench up there, pin that in a nice spot, and then it gives me a little bit of leverage so I can actually torque that off rather than having to put a flat end or a wrench or something, or a pair of, on the top of this, which is tough and presents much issues. So threw the plumbing wrench on there. Was able to get the box wrench on the top. Got the nut off. No big deal. Pipe wrench. Boom. In the back. So in the back we had to get a little more creative. Basically we're not able to get a wrench on the end of the shock up here in the position where it was underneath the cargo area. So we scratched our heads and because this thing was so corroded it needed a lot of force on it. And so it was actually Charles Buckshot Brazier's idea to cut the cover off here, and then we were able to take a pair of vice grips and actually use the vice grips to basically unscrew it while we held the wrench, held the nut up top just in a static position. So basically the nut was on top, we were able to hold it in a static position and then turn it using the shock body and the shaft itself with a pair of vice grips. So that, my friends, is how you get off extraordinarily stubborn shocks. And these things are pretty prevalent in every pickup truck, SUV, everything. So if you guys are running into a sticky shock situation, make sure you check out this machine. Make sure you go get a pipe wrench. Install the boot and hardware as instructed. and then reinstalled in the same mortar that you removed your shocks. So we got about 30 miles on the Land Cruiser so far. When we first started up, the valving was a little bit too light for us. I actually had it in the lowest setting. So the nice thing about these RS Ranchos is there's a little dial on here and you're able to kind of tune it into whatever you want. So especially in a scenario where we're tightening up the torsion bars, it's nice to be able to go in and adjust it because the spring rate's not going to be the same as it is on a standard stock truck. I highly recommend these Rancho RSs, and if you were going to go out to Moab or the Rubicon or out to your favorite wheeling spot, you'd actually be able to loosen up the valving a little bit if you want to get a little bit of a springier of a ride, get yourself a little bit more of a reactive suspension, get back out there on the road where you're not going to need all that travel, so you can tighten them up, tighten the rebound up a little bit, and you're good to go. So Rancho RS, all around awesome shock. Thanks for tuning in. We'll check in back in with the Land Cruiser, and it'll have a little bit of a refresh, doing a paint job, bumpers, and some fun stuff like that. So.